Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean. Last time we begun the trials here in Von Castle, and this time we're going to finish them up. And probably the dumbest puzzle in the entire game. Ugh, this one's annoying. Anyway, what these represent is pretty much, well, it's hard to explain. So just look at that and let's move forward. I will go into a proper explanation of why this is going to happen. Anyway, flip switch, open door. I don't know why that one's there. In this room, we have a battle. No, we have actually a total of 7 doors, including the long hallway there for the middle one. So there are a total of 7 doors. If I can get through this battle, thank you. Total of 7 doors, including that one, and in each of them we don't have a battle. Just slow down with the damn encounter rate, please. No, I don't want you to use that, please. Not that it does all that much damage, but you're making the battle take longer. That's not helping. Thank you, Joshua. There is a skill that I should probably put some points into with him that will make life a lot easier. And it's basically just going to mean it takes longer for him to max out effort. But yeah, in each of these doors there is a switch and nothing else. So, the way that this puzzle works, keep going down through here, you have to be in front of this, is it's telling you the circle. This is, of course, based on the Japanese, where a circle is often correct in different parts of the language. But besides that, that's why the circles are right in this case. But the idea here is there's 7 symbols there of O's and X's, or circles and X's, or whatever you want to call them. And they represent the different doors. Now, if you understand where the sun rises, at least here, you know, it rises in the east. And so what you need to do with that grouping of letters there is you need to reverse them so that the 0 or the O on the left side is now on the right side. Flip the entire number around. Meaning we'll have X, X, 0, 0, 0, X, 0. Meaning that all of the ones with zeros or circles are the correct ones to open. And because we're starting from where the sun rises, we should start on the far right, to the east. So what we need to do is we need to open the far right door first. Now, this has to be done in the correct order. If not, it won't work. Which is why this puzzle is such a bullshit asshole move. It's not like you can go, oh, you know, the circles are the right ones and the X's are the wrong ones, or the X's are the right ones and the circles are the wrong ones, you know, as you're guessing, because, you know, it's like, oh, I'll just do these ones in any order, doesn't matter, and you'll get it wrong. So, the ones we want to do are the far right one, and then we want to skip one because this will be the X, this will be the circle one. Yeah, getting Ray off at the start of the battle makes the battle go a lot faster. Or he could just basically take them all out because they keep blocking my attacks. But yeah, so that's an X. This is another O, so let's hit this one. Now, technically, if you want to go in the exact order of things, the next one is up here, but the door is still locked. I'm not going to actually go up there. You can't get through. I'll just tell you right now. So we have to skip that one. For some reason, they designed the puzzle this way. I don't know why. And go to the next one that would be an O. Now, if you recall, the final 2 should be X's. So the only one left that we need to open prior to proceeding is this one. So basically, you need to start at the right, do the far right one, do the one to the left of the middle, or the right of the middle, then the left of the middle, run into 16 battles on the way, and eventually after getting hit with lots of fireballs and hitting them with lots of rays, we will... Come on. Be able to get through. There we go. Now, this room, I'm gonna switch up a couple of things. There's an upcoming boss fight. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. It's weak to fire, so it's also weak to holy. So if you're using, I'm gonna just put Blaze Sword on because it consumes less, and I'm just gonna spam it on those guys. So there's that. Let's see, can I level anything up? No, I cannot. He's also weak to holy. So Joshua's spell, or his ray, is also quite useful. Ronixis' bow, because it's holy elemental. Okay, I thought it was holy elemental, never mind. What I was going to say, that's also effective, but I guess not. Well, that didn't go according to plan at all. Yeah, the reason for the strange cut, assuming it did look like a strange cut there, is because there was a strange cut. Let's protect Joshua there. I had a very difficult time with the boss fight last time, and so yeah, I took a lot of damage and kind of, well, died. That's the first time I've died on this battle in a long time, if ever. And as you can see, I'm not doing a hell of a lot of damage to this guy, so I'm going to try and use Radix as kind of a shield while Joshua heals up. Though he is... Actually, I think the other ones are weak to holy. I think this one's only weak to fire, and I'm not doing a lot of damage here. Now, I'm wondering if I have a certain something that might help me out here. Let's see here. There is an item. No, do I have it? A spell potion. Raises magical attacks by 30, so I'm going to give that to Joshua. I was hoping I had an attack version, but I guess not. So yeah, this guy has a decent amount of HP, and for whatever reason, I can't do any damage to him because I'm a little low on levels, I guess. And mainly because I still have the Sinclair, which is a crappy-ass sword. But yeah, I had a little bit of issues with this the last time, so I went back and I gained another level. For some reason, you get chicken skewers from this guy. I guess we breaded the chicken and roasted him when we were done kicking his ass. But yeah, so yeah, I gained another level, went back and healed up, and tried again. This time, I didn't have nearly as much difficulty, but since I gained that level, I managed to max out effort and upped patience and perseverance with Joshua to a decent level. With fear, what I did was I put a single point into all of her combat skills, except for flip, because I don't like that. And now I can start putting them into perseverance and patience. Go. Now with her, I'm going to wait because she's almost caught up to Iria and Fear, so I'm not going to bother to change her training so that she can actually gain all that extra experience. I like to have my characters all nice and balanced. So anyway, I don't really want to use either of their skills yet, mainly because I have a pretty good reason for why I'm not. And they're going to need as many points as I can give them when I actually try to do stuff, so I'll leave those two alone for now. But now that we've completed, well, we haven't completed it yet. Now we've completed it. Made it through. Not much of a labyrinth. It was not all that difficult to figure out. It's a rather short area for whatever reason. It requires location and the way to open the entrance, which I don't think we've heard much about. So they're going to reveal it to us because we're just anybody. It's a man who managed to break his way into the demon world. Well, that's cool. How did he manage to do that? Half dead. Wonder if that's literally or figuratively. Yeah, we kind of already broke, the Prime Directive, came back in time. I think we're pretty much all in at this point. It's a rule, but we can break it, pretty much. Huh. Well, the Ancients, otherwise known as the Mauryaans, depending on, you know, which translation they happen to include in which set of dialogue. Yeah, there you go. Their true title. As in the Moor Kingdom, which is the first continent we were on. The Castle of Moor is actually in Portmas. We just couldn't get in there, when we were there the first time, or the second time, or the third time. Oh, well, that kind of explains it, and it kind of doesn't. I'll get into why later when that information is revealed. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, they appeared in our world and fell from the sky. Huh. What do you think in their area? You have some idea of how these people got here? Gates to other worlds. Huh. Well, what kind of treasure? Oh, the Eye of Truth. Well, that's not what we heard it was able to do. Scarlet-colored jewel approximately the size of a fist. Yeah, that's what we heard, but we couldn't find it. Yeah, I don't think many people have seen it at this point, based on what you've just told us. Come to think of it, Star Ocean's always had a weird kind of association with four kingdoms, or four castles, or four cities, or something to that extent in their games. If you think to the third game, there are only 4 kingdoms, only 3 of which you get to visit in the entire game. Cool. Oh, so a good way of keeping them all in line and not waging war on each other. I guess that makes sense. But we already tried to do that and we failed. You just went right through Radix there. Probably should have made the, the walkway a little bigger. What is this? Take the emblem and go see the king of each kingdom. The emblem shall serve as proof that you are the ones who know of the Eye of Truth. Ah, we get the emblem. Oh, so once we meet with the other 3 kingdoms, you'll reveal your own part of the secret. And with it, we get a secret skill. The Sacred Beast skill. Now this is pretty much not our first introduction to it, but it's the first time we can actually make use of it. But even that being said, we won't be making a lot of use of it quite yet. Kind of unfortunate. You get things and you have to put them off all the time. Seems to be the way this game works. Well, that's one way of putting it. Not entirely correct, though. Now, I kind of like the way they've worked on this. Unfortunately, they didn't give Ronixis and Millie enough screen time together to really get this point across that, he wasn't the, they got it across that Ronixis is not really a believer in gods and, anything he can't prove. But they didn't really kind of grind it home enough so that this change really means anything. It means a little bit that he's, accepting this idea, but I don't know. I just kind of wish they would have given it more time. And I think that's really what it needed. Oddly enough, the demon world is not exactly what you'd expect. Anyway, what are we going to do with this conversation here? Are we going to go somewhere with this, or are we just going to prattle on? Reminisce about the Earth? Demons. Well, yeah. I'll hold my tongue. Beast named Cerberus. Burn an entire area in the blink of an eye. Lightning. Yeah, that's great. I don't know if that's true. I highly doubt it is. Cerberus was the double or sometimes triple-headed dog that guarded the River Styx, or the entrance to Hell on the River Styx, in Greek myth, not Middle Ages European. Now, heraldry is basically like the magic of the game. Barely used. Well, it's not like I've barely used it, I just haven't really talked about it. I find it kind of funny that he was so surprised by Millie's powers, even though he has his own. But then again, we probably weren't intended on looking at our menu to see that he had it ahead of time. I think we're supposed to believe that he kind of learned it from Millie throughout the course of the game. And oh, sorry, I went through that fast. She asked if he was referring to his wife. Oh, so she's passed then. Would explain why Iria, her interest in Ronixis isn't just, kind of shunned upon because it's, an affair or anything like that. His wife is passed, so, their relationship can, bloom if they need it to for the purpose of the game or whatever. Not really the best way to look at it, is it? Oh. No one could have done anything, but you're still going to regret it because you didn't do anything, even if there was nothing possible you could have done. That's understandable. You lost your wife, buddy. Anyway, time to hit the hay. Well, we had a nice little talk. I find it difficult to get emotionally invested in anything that happens in this game. I know I mentioned before that, our situation with Dorn worked out quite well, and it does, but still I haven't really had, I believe this just repeats all the stuff that we heard, so I'm just going to skip that. Anyway, so let's head out. Basically, our goal now is to move forward and talk to all of the other castles and get, I guess, their approval so we can come back to this one. But before we do that, there are some, well, not really before, we're going to do some private actions, we're going to move a little forward, go to the next couple of towns, and do a couple of side areas before we finally get back on the plot train. And on top of that, we're going to finally start to delve into item creation. Not all next time, but over the next few episodes. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean. Next time we will do those things I just mentioned, so yeah. See you guys next time.